Okay, today's lesson is on a problem-solving plan, which is probably one of the most important things that we do all year, and this is why it's the first lesson. Anytime you're solving a problem, you should be following the same problem-solving plan. And the first step in any problem that you do is going to be to read the problem and understand what you're supposed to do. So when they say read and understand, that means you read the problem and you're going to write down all of the important information, including the question that you're being asked. It's very important we write that down so at the end we can go back and make sure we answered the correct question. So read and understand first, write all the important information. Once I have all that down, then I'm going to make a plan. I got to decide how am I going to do the problem. It's different for every problem. So once I make my decision on what to do, then the third step is actually do it. I'm going to solve the problem. So I'm going to do whatever I decided in step 2 needed to be done to get the answer. That's what I'm going to do. And the last thing you always want to do is to look back. And that means everybody usually remembers, oh, I got to check my work. And that's great and that's important. But you also always need to be checking your answer, and you want to make sure that your answer makes sense. And that's why we always write down the question in our important information, so we can go back and check that, and at the end I can say, yes, I did answer the question they want, and my answer makes sense. I have what they're looking for. So if I put this into use, the first thing I'm going to do is read this problem. I just bought 7 concert tickets to see Dave Matthews. Each ticket cost $37. There were also fees for each ticket of $12 and a service charge for the whole order of $3. What is the total cost to go to the concert? So if I write down my important information, I know that I bought 7 tickets. That's an important thing to know. I also know their tickets are $37 each. And I know that there was fees for each ticket of $12. So $12 in fees for each. And then a service charge for the whole order of $3. So I only get charged at $3 once. So a $3 service charge, and that's one time. And they're asking me to find the total cost. So that's the question I'm trying to answer. What is my total cost? So now I'm going to make a plan. Well, I know that each one costs $37, and I know that the $12 in fees is for each ticket. So I think if I put those together, that would give me the total amount I paid for one ticket. Then I got to multiply that by 7 to figure out that total amount for the 7 tickets. And then at the end, I'm going to add that 3 on just once because that was just an overall charge. It wasn't for each individual ticket. So now I know what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I said I should do 37 plus 12 to figure out how much each ticket actually cost, which when I add those up gives me $49. And then I said I know I bought 7 tickets, so I'm going to multiply that by 7. So I multiply 49 by 7. Let's see, 63 and 28 and 6 is 34. So it looks like $343 for 7 tickets. And then I also had that $3 service charge, which I said I should add on at the end because I only pay that one time. I don't pay that for each ticket, just once. So total, I paid $346 for 7 tickets. So that would be my answer. I've taken into account my 7 tickets. I take it into account the $37 and the $12 in fees, and I've taken into account the $3 service charge. So it looks like I've used all my important information. So I should be done, and the last thing to do is to look back and make sure that my answer makes sense. So when I look back at this, I just say, yep, well, all my work is right. That is 49. I did multiply correctly. That is 343. When I add that on, that is 346. My work looks good. And they wanted me to find the total cost. So let's see, I have the amount for each ticket total and how many I bought. And then that service charge figured in. So yeah, that should definitely give me my total cost, and it's an amount of money, which makes sense. So it looks good. Looks like I did this right, and my answer makes sense to me. So now I'm going to say that I'm done. So those are the 4 steps you need to follow anytime you're solving a problem.